Now, I really never really planned on watching this movie until I thought one day I should just watch it and see how it goes and stuff like that. And it's not a bad movie. Definitely not a bad movie, no. I thought it was good, you know. So this is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It came out this year, and 2 weeks ago it came out, and now, you know, it's still playing in theaters, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It made a lot of money. It made over like $600 million in the box office. Yeah, I did actually really enjoy this movie, and it surprised me because I thought it was going to suck, you know, and it didn't. So the whole story is about, well, they got their own hangout now, the Guardians. Had their own hangout, and Peter is like depressed about Gamora. They think because she's, you know, quote unquote dead, but she's not really dead, because the whole thing what happened with her is that back in Endgame or Infinity War, she got killed, and then she got brought back to life, and somehow she don't remember anything that she'd been with the Guardians at all. She don't remember anything like that, and she just completely forgot about all of that shit. And to just let you guys know, I never watched the Endgame movie or, you know, Infinity War, because I read a lot of stuff about those movies, and I heard a lot of bad stuff about it, that it's too goofy, it's too stupid, and stuff like that, and that's the reason why I never watched them. And the action is probably pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know if I ever want to watch those movies. I like the first two Avengers movies, but that was about it. But yeah, she lost her memory. I don't know how she loses her fucking memory. Being brought back to life, she loses her fucking memory. I don't get that shit. So everyone else gets brought back to life, but they still have their fucking memory, but she doesn't. Okay, that's fucking weird. What kind of fucking writing is that? But whatever. So she's not part of the Guardians anymore. Peter Quill's like depressed about it. He's drunk and he's like sad and shit. But the whole main story is mainly focused on Rocket's past and present time. So the whole thing about his past is very, you know, depressing, very sad. What happened to him and this and that. What happened here is that they did like a lot of fucked up shit to Rocket, made him put all this stuff inside him, you know, fuck with his head, you know, take stuff out of his head and stuff like that. Did all this weird shit to him because, you know, the guy's a real psychopath. The guy's really like a really fucked up crazy dude. And I really like the main villain. He plays like a really good fucking villain. And you don't see many villains like this character at all in modern Marvel movies to this day. In modern Marvel movies now, they have like a lot of weak fucking villains that suck and they're not intimidating at all like this guy is. This guy is very intimidating and it works very well in this movie. The way that James Gunn wrote this villain, he did a really good job writing this character. He really showed how, you know, evil this fucking dude is, how fucked up he is. Like I said, you see these other fucking Marvel movies that are made by other directors. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They make all these stupid, goofy shit. And these villains are fucking corny as hell and they're weak and they're not even intimidating. This guy's definitely intimidating. I actually really like this villain. James Gunn actually took this movie very seriously and wrote it the way it's supposed to be. And not like full of like really over the top bullshit in here. Yes, it has funny ass jokes in here and there, but it was actually focusing on the story very well. There's not a bunch of fucking bullshit in here. So, okay, what else? Oh yeah, so after they did all this weird shit to Rocket, and now he's like, you know, talking and shit because of all that robotic shit in him and stuff like that. Now he had these animal buddies, and one's like an otter, one's like a fucking walrus. This goofy ass walrus, like. I'm sorry. The walrus is just funny as shit the way he talks. His name's like Teefs, and the other one's name is like I think it was like Mila. I think the other one was the otter's Mila. I forgot the other names of the other animals were, but Teefs. He's like, I wanted Teefs to die in a goofy fashion, but he didn't. He didn't die in no goofy fashion, and that would have been great, but that didn't happen. So, I still think people still laugh when the animals got shot and killed in this fucking movie. I don't know. I think they do because people are pretty sadistic. They would laugh when the animals got shot and killed in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. There are people out there that will actually laugh at this shit when, you know, Rocket's animal friends gets killed in the movie. You know, Mila and Teves and them. I feel like people would laugh at that. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not kidding around about that shit. Me, I was pretty sad actually. I was like, damn, that sucks. Fucking animal buddies get killed by this crazy bastard. Crazy black bastard killed them. I was like, damn. But other people would probably laugh at that. They definitely would because of how goofy they talk and shit, and the way they. I know how people are. I know how fucking people are. And like Rocket was all crying and shit, and then Rocket got pissed off and started clawing the black dude's face off. It's like, his face got all fucked up and shit. He lost his face and shit. He like clawed the fucking shit out of him. And then fucking Rocket smoked these motherfuckers. These guys coming with the guns, and Rocket escapes. But I feel like there's something missing in this movie, where you know a flashback where Rocket meets Groot. Unless I forgot, did that happen already? The flashback between Rocket and Groot before? I don't know. I don't even fucking know. That actually happened in the first two movies. Was there a flashback between the two before? I don't know. You guys should tell me in the comments about that. I don't know. That actually did happen. But I feel like Rocket and Groot didn't really have that much chemistry with each other in this movie. I mean, there's times they do, but not like 100%. I feel like they missed that part in this movie. Like, aren't they like best friends or some shit like that? Rocket and Groot, aren't they like best friends? Like, I didn't see that much chemistry between the two in this movie. Not that much. There's some, like I said, but not like 100%. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I feel like they should have more with those two in this movie. I see no flashbacks with each other, unless they already did that already. I don't know. I forgot about the first movie. I really liked the first movie too. I just don't remember that much about it. It's such a long time ago. But anyways, also you got fucking so yeah, there are parts where you know Sylvester Stallone's in here too. He plays one of the leaders of one group or some shit like that show up to the ship with Gamora. Gamora's like part of some different gang now or some shit like that, part of Stallone's gang. And I was like surprised to see Stallone here. You know, I should be surprised because I heard he was supposed to be in this movie anyways. So yeah, I heard like rumors about he's supposed to be in it, and he's here. He's in this fucking movie. And yeah, like I said, she forgot her memory. She don't remember anything about, you know, being with Peter Quill or the rest of the Guardians and stuff like that. She don't remember anything like that. But Nebula is part of the group though. You know, her sister is part of the group. She's like, you know, she's pretty chill and stuff like that now. She's pretty, you know, with the group and stuff. And oh yeah, they're like, there's one scene where they're all wearing these Teletubby outfits and shit like that. They all have different colors on and shit. And they're on this planet trying to get inside that place and stuff like that. I really like those scenes there and stuff like that. Like I said, I really like this movie. You know, I thought I was gonna hate this shit, but I didn't. Because you know how Marvel movies are. It's like, oh great, here goes another Marvel movie. What's gonna happen? Oh, it's definitely gonna suck. This one, no. This one surprised me. I thought this one was gonna suck, but it didn't. So also, James Gunn's brother in here, Sean Gunn, he takes over Michael Rooker's spot because his character gets killed off the movie in the second one, Michael Rooker's character. So he takes over. He got the mohawk and the arrow and shit. Now he does what Michael Rooker does, and he's still learning how to do the whole arrow thing with the whistling and shit. He's just not good at it yet till like the end of the movie. And he has this dog named Cosmo, and she is like, she's pretty cute and funny, you know. Especially when he called her a bad dog and she wouldn't let it go and shit until at the end he asked him to call her a good dog because she actually helped out at the end. In the comic book, Cosmo was actually a boy dog in the comic book. That's what I heard or something like that. I mean, it ain't no big deal or anything. I no problem that changing the gender of the dog. There's no problem with that. But what else in this movie? What else? I'm trying to remember anything else. I mean, there's a lot of shit that happened in this movie. A lot of shit. It has like pretty good action here too. I really enjoy the action in this movie. I really love Drax in this movie. He's like really stupid as fuck in this movie. It's funny as fuck when he's like stupid as hell. He says a lot of stupid shit and stuff like that. I really enjoy when he says a lot of dumb shit. What else in here? So like at the end, they all like, you know, beat the shit out of that black dude and shit. They all like Rocket gets his like revenge against him and shit. They all like whoop his ass and stuff like that. Oh yeah, before that, I forgot the other part about Rocket. So what happened here in the beginning of the movie? He was just Rocket. All of a sudden, this dude, what's his name? Who's this guy? Adam Warlock. He's played by Will Poulter or something like that. He crashes in the fucking place and hits fucking Rocket. Rocket has like a heart attack or some shit like that, and now he's like all fucked up. And he probably put that fucking that patch on him, and that didn't work because he has this thing attached to his heart, a kill switch on top of his heart, so that couldn't really heal him. So now he's on the machine now, and he has like 40 hours to live and stuff like that. So that's like the main plot it's about. So they gotta save Rocket and shit from dying and stuff like that. You know, show his flashbacks of, you know, his past and stuff like that, getting tortured and being used by the main bad guy. You know, getting manipulated and stuff like that. And Rocket is like more smarter than the black dude. He told him how to do this and that with the animals and stuff like that. How to make him more what do you call it? More human-like or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. And I think I saw this black guy for something else before. This guy looks familiar. Well, what have I seen this guy from? Let's see. Oh, that's right. He's from John Wick. That's right. I think I remember from John Wick. They said right here, he's in John Wick Chapter 2. I think I do remember from John Wick. Who was he in John Wick? Who was he in John Wick? I'm trying to figure out who he was in that movie. John Wick Chapter 2. Well, it'll come back to me. But I think I definitely seen that guy in that movie, I think. I don't know who he was, but he was somebody. So, yeah, Will Poulter's character. I didn't mind his character either. His character was actually kind of enjoyable, too. I just like his powers he has. He's like, he flies around and shit. He has this laser shit come out of his hands or something like that. He has like a lot of cool moves and stuff like that. I wish they used him more. I mean, they did use him more. It's that they didn't utilize him more with his abilities and stuff like that he had. I really like Mantis this movie. You know, she's a pretty attractive lady in the movie and in real life, you know. Especially Karen Gillan, man. Her as Nebula, and especially real life. She's hot as fuck in real life, Karen Gillan. She's sexy as hell lady. Tall ass woman, I'll tell you. But, yeah. But, this movie is definitely better than Volume 2. Volume 2 just feels like, I don't know, I didn't like the story of Volume 2. It just seemed very boring story of the second one. The third one's way better. Like, I think the Volume 2 is like the weakest of the three, I think. A lot of people probably disagree. People say the third one's the weakest. I don't know. I can't say the third one's the weakest. I feel like the third one has a better story. I feel like a way better story, way better action. I didn't like the main villain in the second movie. I really like Kurt Russell as an actor, but he's just, I didn't fuck with that villain at all. I love him in the movie Escape from New York when he used fucking Snake Plissken and stuff like that, but him as a villain in that movie is just, it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work. He's too cool to be a villain to me, I think. I mean, there's times he actually played a villain in other movies, like what's that? Death Proof, I think. He was in Death Proof. He's like the main villain there. He worked in that movie, but I don't know about him in Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy, though. And I definitely enjoy Groot way more in this movie than Volume 2. Volume 2, he's like a little baby in that one. He didn't really do that much because he's like a little baby. Here, he's like a full-grown adult again, and he kicks a lot of ass. He has like a whole bunch of guns on him and shit. He starts shooting. He's like, "Oh, you Groot!" He starts shooting motherfuckers and shit. I was like, that was awesome. Yeah, he's definitely better than one in Volume 2. Because he's like a little baby. He didn't really do that much. He's like a little child still. But my favorite Groot will always be from Volume 1 because I love the way he looked, the way that he was designed and stuff like that. And the only reason why they made him a baby in Volume 2 is because, you know, we gotta sell some toys and stuff like that. Even though adult Groot will still make toy sales anyways, regardless. They think making a baby will make more money. Which it probably did, you know, just like we did a Baby Yoda, and that made a lot of fucking money. Even though the name's not Baby Yoda, but whatever. What else about this fucking movie? Like I said, there's a lot of funny shit about this movie and a lot of, you know, cool ass, badass action here and stuff like that. And Rocket's voice sounds more badass than he was in the other movies, definitely. I'm like, this dude sounds more badass than other movies. He sounds like he's talking like he's Duke Nukem or something. And, like, also, like, there's a pig that looks like he's from Duke Nukem also. And I don't know if I want James Gunn to do a Duke Nukem movie. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe he did pretty good with it. I don't know. I don't know if I trust him doing a Duke Nukem movie. Would you guys trust James Gunn doing a Duke Nukem movie? I mean, he did that fucking... I don't know. I don't know if I trust that guy doing that type of film. I'm just... Me being a big fan of Duke Nukem, I just don't trust anybody touching that fucking video game, making a movie out of it. I just don't trust anybody. It's just I have trust issues with people making a Duke Nukem movie. I don't know. Maybe you do good at it. Who knows? Maybe you like surprise me or something if you actually did that. Because all this stuff in here makes you think of, could he do a good Duke Nukem movie? I wonder. But I think that's all I have to talk about. I don't have much really to talk about this movie. Besides saying it's a pretty good film, you know. I could give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe 6 or a 7 at least, in between or something, you know. I'm trying to think what else to talk about here. Oh yeah, at the end of the movie, the Guardians decide to split up and stuff like that after, you know, Gamora goes back to her group and stuff like that with Stallone and shit like that. Like Chris Pratt's character Peter was like, all right, you know what, guys, I think it's time me to disband for a while. I need to go back home to my grandpa and shit, you know, think things through. I'll be back or something like that, he said. Same thing with the Asian chick. She was like, all right, you know, I gotta go, guys, because all I did was serve ego and be with you guys and stuff like that. And she's like, I'm gonna dip off too. So she dipped off. Fucking Drax was sad. He was crying and shit that his woman's leaving and shit. He was like all sad about it and shit. So they was gone, and at the end of the movie, there's a new Guardians of the Galaxy because they made Rocket the new leader or something like that. With James Gunn's brother and this little girl and the Will Poulter's character, Adam Warlock. He's part of the group now because he was a villain, then he turned good because Groot saved him and stuff like that. And now like he's part of the new Guardians of the Galaxy now. Which I think that was a pretty good addition, put him into it, because I really like his abilities and stuff like that. So, you know, if they actually did make a new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I would watch it, because I would like to see Rocket as the main leader of the group. I actually would watch that. I'm not gonna lie, I actually would watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'm talking about like the new gang of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm talking about. I would watch that. I wouldn't mind watching it. I feel like it'd be pretty fucking funny. But anyways, yeah. I think that's it for this review. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to tell, I think. I don't think I have anything else to say.